Okay, let's do this. You're in for a treat. Let's read Thank You, Jackson. For Joe, Leo, and Margaret with love for everyone. Thank you, Jackson. Once there was a farmer who had a wife called Beauty, a son called Goodwill, and an old donkey called Jackson. Every market morning, the farmer would load potatoes, carrots, corn, and pumpkins onto his old donkey's strong back and take him up the hill to the market. And up the hill Jackson would go, without complaint or rest. Guys, that Jackson is very hardworking. Then, one morning, the old donkey decided to stop halfway and go no further. "What's the matter?" asked the farmer. But as donkeys cannot talk, the farmer got no answer. Irritated, he began pushing from behind, saying, "Go! Go!" But Jackson would not go. The farmer tried pulling Jackson from the front. "Come, come," he pleaded, afraid that he might lose customers if he arrived too late at the market. Still Jackson would not budge. The poor animal had had enough of his thankless task, carrying heavy loads year after year uphill to the market. "Bad donkey!" shouted the farmer. With that, Jackson sat down, and the vegetables fell from his back and rolled down the hill. Furious, the farmer began looking for a stick to beat the stubborn animal. "I'll count to 10, and if you are not standing up, I'll give you a taste of this," scolded the farmer, showing Jackson what a big stick he had found. Then he began to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down below, Beauty, the farmer's wife, had seen all that was happening on the hill. She called her son, Goodwill. "Please," she said, "will you go and help your father with the donkey?" "Yes, Mama," replied Goodwill. "Thank you, son," said his mamma. At once, the little boy set off up the hill. Right there's Dad and Jackson. 8, 9, the farmer continued to count. But as donkeys cannot count, it meant little to Jackson. On the count of 10, the farmer raised his stick. He was about to strike when his little boy called out, "Father, please don't hit Jackson!" The old donkey was happy to see Goodwill. Slowly, the farmer lowered his stick and watched as Goodwill went up to Jackson and whispered something in his ear. Immediately, the old donkey rose to his feet. The farmer was amazed. "What did you say to get this stubborn animal off his lazy behind?" he asked. "Mama says," explained Goodwill, "that it's the little things like saying please and thank you that make a big difference in the world." Ashamed, the father dropped his stick. Not once had he ever thanked his old donkey for the many years of carrying loads to the market. Quietly, they gathered up the vegetables and loaded some onto Jackson's back, while some they carried themselves. They're at the markets. At the market, they laid out the potatoes, carrots, corn, and pumpkins under a shady tree, while the tired old donkey grazed nearby on a patch of grass. By the end of the day, all the vegetables had been sold, and the farmer, his little boy, and his old donkey set off for home. Back at the farm, Beauty had supper waiting for them. "But first," said the farmer, "I have something to say to Jackson." He turned to his old donkey and stroked him gently and whispered in his ear, "Thank you, Jackson." The end. What a lovely story, guys. What a lovely story. Papa learned. And as you can see, he's smiling too. And Jackson is very glad to hear those words, even though I think he might not understand those words, but he knows. He knows. And as you can see, Goodwill to the rescue indeed. If you say thank you, or if you say please, or if you just say sorry, then it might do a big things. It might make a big difference. That's right, Goodwill. How one little boy makes a big difference to Jackson's life, to Papa's life, to Mama's life, to everyone's life.